We're sitting here talking about Cooper Rush. Well, does anyone know when Cooper Rush was drafted? NFL trivia for you right there. Regardless, these are the worst NFL quarterback draft classes ever. So this just means that all the quarterbacks taken in the whole draft class, everyone was a dud. Yeah. More or less. We're going to rank those.
And it really comes true to me because a lot of these names that I've seen in here, I'm like, who are you? Who are you? Who's that? Who's that?
Undrafted. UDFA. All right, number 5. So I believe these progressively get worse. Yeah, round 1 had Sam Bradford as the number 1 overall. That's tough.
Wow.
And Tebow went 25. Tebow going 25 kind of reminds me of Lamar Jackson in the sense that, like, he won Heisman, and yet he kept dropping. He kept dropping, except with Tebow, they were right to let him keep dropping because Tebow didn't pan out. Now, granted, Sam Bradford didn't pan out either. Jimmy Clausen, Colt McCoy. I think Colt McCoy might have done more than anybody on there. Sam Bradford was a little bit of something in there. But yeah, Tim Tebow didn't pan out, which is so sad because I love Tim Tebow. Then, of course, Mike Kafka. Who can forget about Mike Kafka? John Skelton and then Jonathan Crompton. Can anyone tell me a notable thing any of those guys did? Although, yes, Tim Tebow was pretty good for like 2 games. And, oh, of course, Rusty Smith. Bro, your name is Rusty Smith. You never had a chance. Dan LaFalver, Joe Webb, Tony Pike, Levi Brown, Sean Canfield, Zach Robinson. Yeah, and we're telling you that there's 4 classes worse than that. Yeah. Bradford headlines this group after the Rams select him first overall. He won Offensive Rookie of the Year, made $130 million in his 9-year career, but he never played a postseason game.
Dude, that's just the example we were talking about. You could literally be never like actually play that well and still just make a fat bag just being a backup quarterback.
Just being a quarterback,
just sitting on the sideline.
It's the quarterback privilege.
Yes, quarterback.
Like, you don't get to be a shitty running back and get $130 mil over 9 years. You don't get to. You get an $8 mil a year, or you get like maybe 10 mil max and you're out the league. Hey, I'm going to train my kid to be a quarterback, bro. Yep. Colt McCoy is the only player still active from this class. Is he still out there for the Cardinals right now?
I think so. I swear. I think we saw him.
Yeah, because it was Kyler, Trace McSorley, and Colt McCoy. Yeah. Good for him. He's still getting paid. 2015. All right. If I'm being honest, I'm making this class better than the class we just saw.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think this class is worse, but it still isn't a very good class, especially with how good we thought they'd be. Round 1, Jameis Winston. I think Jameis Winston is one of the most overrated players in NFL football right now. I think people love Jameis Winston, but he's not a very good NFL quarterback. He does not have a good track record. Yeah. He throws an absurd amount of interceptions. He was not great on the Buccaneers. He was good. I guess he's been okay on the Saints. He's just not that good. Mariota was good for a little bit. He's been a bench player since, and he is not a good starting quarterback at all for the Falcons right now. And that was pick 1 and pick 2. So you kind of expect like some absolute franchise studs here. I still do like James. I like both of the guys. They're just not very good starting quarterbacks. They are not even in the top 15 starting quarterbacks in the league right now, or 20, or 25. They're probably both in the bottom 7. I don't know about Jameis, but Mariota for sure. Garrett Grayson, Sean Mannion, LL. Bryce Petty, L. Brett Hundley, L. Trevor Siemian. Didn't he play a little bit?
Yes. I just saw it in here, actually.
Was he Saints?
Where did I see it?
Or was he Broncos?
Simeon has started 29 games, and he's now the Bears backup, which is a solid career for a 7th-round pick.
Yeah, that is pretty solid. Good for him.
Yeah.
Grayson, Petty, and Hundley are out the league after brief backup stints. Tough. Yeah, for the Broncos, that's who it was. I'm with you. 2002, round 1, David Carr, number 1, and not Derek Carr, but David Carr. Joey Harrington, Patrick Ramsey. Those are 3 first-round quarterbacks who I could not tell you a single thing for this.
I've never realized how many players flop, dude.
So many.
It's like you think you know. You're like, this is the guy. This dude is nasty in college. Like his highlights, his height, his speed, whatever. And then he just gets to the big leagues, and it's, what is it, the money that hits him? The fame.
They're just not good. Like, they're just like, college is just so different. You know who I thought was shit in college? Justin Herbert. Yeah. Or not in college. You know who I thought wouldn't translate to the NFL? I thought he was great in college, but I was like, he plays for Oregon. This is not, no. You're not a quarterback coming out of Oregon? Nope. Not happening. I think Mariota was Oregon too, but Herbert has
Yeah, I think so.
significantly outperformed my expectations, at least. Josh McCown might be the best quarterback in this list. And he was round 3. Round 4 was David Garrard, Rohan Davey, Randy Fasani, Kurt Kittner, Brandon Doman, Craig Nail, JT O'Sullivan, Steve Belisari, Seth Burford, Jeff Kelly, Ronald Curry, Steph Curry's older brother, and Wes Pate. Yeah, this is a horribly fucking ugly class right here. I can't even have an opinion on it. I know Josh McCown, that's about it.
Terrible. I think it's just gonna get harder to recognize people pretty much.
EJ Manuel. Didn't he play for the Bills? He played for the Bills. Geno,
baby. Round 2
Smith,
with
baby.
59.
Mike Glennon, Matt Barkley, Ryan Nassib, that Carl's brother? Tyler Wilson, Landry Jones, Brad Sorensen. Yikes.
Why do I recognize Sorensen?
This kind of, because there's a kicker. Or no, there's a safety. Daniel Sorensen.
Oh, okay.
It's a safety, I think, for the Vikings. I remember this. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the draft class we just had. There's just no quarterbacks in the draft class in general.
Really, right there.
The only year with one or fewer first-round quarterbacks in 2002, that would be 2013. Sometimes, that's just how it is. Sometimes it's just people don't want quarterbacks, so they don't even want to train. Who did we have come out of this year that's done anything? Kenny Pickett, maybe. He's kind of sucked. Malik Willis hasn't really even played.
Yeah.
Have any rookie quarterbacks done anything this year at all?
I can't think of it.
Who's the front runner for Offensive Rookie of the Year? Breece Hall? Kenneth Walker might be.
Bailey Zappi? What about him?
I guess he is a rookie, isn't he?
Oh, but it does say, yeah, Manuel seemed to have the tools. He just never developed the way the Bills needed him, so he was on the Bills.
Sheesh. Yeah, Zappi.
Florida State QB retired.
Oh, yeah, Chris Olave has been really good.
All right, number 1, 2007.
Fucking Jamarcus Russell. Jamarcus Russell cannot catch a break. Guys on every single list, know what I mean?
Every single list is number 1, but for the worst reason.
Well, I think what makes a draft class so poor for quarterbacks is how many are taken. You look at this. I mean, you got teams that are putting their heart, blood, and soul into these guys, and they're doing nothing, especially Jamarcus Russell, obviously. Yep. But Brady Quinn did absolutely nothing. Kevin Kolb, John Beck, Drew Stanton. I recognize that name.
Me too.
For some reason. Trent Edwards, Isaiah Stanback, Jeff Rowe, Troy Smith, Jordan Palmer, Tyler Thigpen, Matt Moore. Gigantic L.
It says the best quarterback from this class was undrafted free agent. Is that Matt
Must
Moore?
have been Matt Moore. Wow. Yeah, sorry, Jamarcus Russell. I'm sorry, Jamarcus Russell.
Russell started 25 games in 3 years before being released and never signing with another team.